Well, the former Prince Andrew spotted for the first time since his arrest. Here is Patricia Treble, who joins us now with the details in another royal roundup. And Patricia, Andrew photographed over the weekend. What more can you tell us?
Yep. So he's popped up. We haven't seen him for 4 weeks since his arrest on suspicion of public corruption. He's at Sandringham. He was walking the dog. Really long lenses. You can barely tell it's Andrew. Which brings us to the dog, because you can't see the dog, but we think it might be one of the late Queen's corgis, Sandy or Muke. So they were given to his ex-wife, Sarah. Of course, they lived together. The weirdest story popped up over the weekend about the craziest Sarah money-making scheme. She wanted to have a TV show. She pitched it very seriously, cloning the corgis on TV.
And that was going to be the title of the show?
I don't know what the title of the show was.
Cloning
that
the
was going to be
corgis.
the Aegis, was literally cloning, because cloning dogs is now a thing. People, I think, would pay huge amounts of money to have
Tom Brady made some
dogs.
some headlines a few weeks back.
Exactly. So, but I think it's just the craziest thing, and I just thought I have to talk about it because such a Sarah story. Yeah.
Okay. Did it go anywhere?
It didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Right.
Thank goodness.
Let's talk about another real show
Yep.
that did go somewhere, but sounds like no longer. And this is Meghan's Ever as Ever brand, and Netflix no longer being involved with this
Yep.
brand. But we found out a little bit more about that.
Oh, yes. So, Industry Bible, Variety did a huge deep dive. They had a lot of denials on the record from Harry and Meghan's people, from the Netflix people, but they were so confident with their sources. They just went to town. The consensus within Netflix is we're done, meaning we're done with the Sussexes. Now, they still have that first peak deal, but As Ever, it turns out there's $10 million of As Ever projects sitting in the Netflix cupboards. They're just giving it away to people. And I'm going to say it does not look good for them, but, you know, they will just continue. The first peak deal is still there, but I think everything else is just slowly going away.
All right. Meantime, we also have reports that UK police officials believe that Harry should have taxpayer-funded protection. We know this has been in the courts and a talking point for some time now when it comes to Harry and Meghan. But the Home Office is resisting this.
Yeah. So a few months ago, we talked about the fact he lost in court for getting his blanket security back. So it's on a per-case basis every time he goes back to Britain, and he wants it just 24/7. And when they did a review a few months ago, there was a source saying only politics would stop him from getting it back, that, you know, he's very confident. And sure enough, this weekend, again, another unplaced source said the security forces had determined he should get his police protection back, but that it was the civil servants, so politics, that were involved because of the incredible cost and public reaction to him getting it back. I'm going to say I'm waiting to see what's going to happen from the public. This sounds like spin, and I'm not quite sure what side it's coming from. It might be Harry's side trying to get ahead of some bad news, trying to make it appear that it's politics that are playing games with his security.
Okay. Can we turn to fashion for a second?
Yes.
Okay. There was a state visit by Nigeria's president last week.
Yes.
But it wasn't just Kate this time making fashion news. Yep. It was also Princess Anne.
Yeah. So Kate always looks amazing. And she does this diplomatic fashion. So she was wearing, in the daytime, she was wearing this beautiful coat dress by a British-Nigerian designer. She wore a green gown in the evening because Nigeria's flag is green and white. Princess Anne, though, oh my goodness. So she wore this spectacular white coat dress. It was immaculate. It had embroidery on the sleeves and everything. And everyone was like going, that looks amazing. Bloggers found out she'd worn it first as a teenager, 57 years ago.
Wow.
So not only does she fit into something she last wore as a teenager, but it's in perfect condition. And I'm going to say, as women, impressive.
And
Deeply
upcycling,
impressive.
love it.
Yeah.
Good
Isn't that
job.
And I love the look of it.
We
It
were
looks
talking
crafty.
about that on the show last week about kind of upcycling or recycling your clothes. Princess Anne, gold medal there. I know she's a former Olympian.
She is the queen of recycling. She does it. She always has done it like that.
Yeah, nearly 60 years later. That's
amazing.
remarkable. All right, we got to leave it there. Patricia Treble, thank you so much. Good to see you as always.